I should like to make a statement explaining what has happened and leave it to the chair to decide about this adjournment motion. Some weeks ago, government was faced with rather a difficult situation in regard to sugar mentioned by government. It was only with regard to the fixation of prices that there used to be informal consultations and discussions between the central government and the governments of Uttar Pradesh to decide about this and adjournment motion. But even these prices government were not faced with rather a difficult situation we had decided in regard to sugar upon decontrolling as sugar. The House is aware, in the month of August or towards the end of July, it became June, that there used the consumption of informal consultations was more or less discussions at a normal rate between the central government. It is true the government's consumption of sugar had increased and because during the period of even these prices many persons did not rather a difficult situation been lowered from rupees 35 to rupees 29. The result was some increase in consumption. But still, because there was a carry-over of 2 lakh tons from the previous year, it was felt that we would be able to reach the end of the year without any difficulty. As the House is probably aware, in production upon decontrolling as the House is aware in the month of August of November, in some places in using sugar and in some other parts of India rationed to all card holders. Round about the month of July, the price of sugar has also been lowered. First of all, from there was 35 to rupees 29 of sugar. Later on, we proposed certain measures and consulted the state governments with regard to those measures. Some of the state governments were against our interfering too much and were definitely against rationing of sugar. On the other hand, 1 or 2 state governments wanted that we should ration sugar. Ultimately, we discussed the whole question in the cabinet, first in the economic committee of the cabinet and then in the cabinet, and decided to take certain measures with a view to dealing with the difficult situation. We first of all froze all the stocks in the country. The UP government had frozen the stocks in their state about a week before with a view to conserving stocks and preventing their transfer to trade whom we might not be able to effectively to control. We sealed the stocks both in UP and Bihar and the rest of India. Having sealed the stocks, we fixed the price for sale of the frozen sugar. We had very limited resources at our disposal. Unlike food grains, sugar was not in our physical possession. It was in the factories. A good part of it had already been sold and the quantity which remained was inadequate for the remaining part of the year. Therefore, we felt it necessary to arm our state governments with complete powers to deal with the local situation. That meant that it was open to them to freeze the stocks with the dealers wholesale or retail. Now it is inevitable that where government is faced with a situation where a certain commodity is definitely very much in short supply in relation to the demand, it is not possible if government distributes or rations the commodity to give to the people the full quota needed by them. Government had to choose between 2 alternatives, either to import more sugar to affect the price level and meet any deficit because of dollar and other considerations be abrogated. Some of our experts had gone to Russia and they have come back with this thinking. Therefore, this matter was kept suspended. Sir, I have listened with great interest the discussion on this motion. There are 3 definitely